God bless you. Carlos here with Serranos Mobile Detail in Dallas, Texas. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I'm very excited because on today's video, guys, we're working on this Volkswagen Passat. I believe it. Let's make sure. It is Passat. But we're working on this Volkswagen today. The concern or the issue on this vehicle is we have urine. I believe it's their pet had an accident, and we have a urine odor smell which was caused in the back seat area. So that's kind of what we're doing today. So anyways, I'll walk you through a little bit of my process, how I attack these jobs. I'm gonna tell you guys prices as well. I know a lot of you guys love to talk about pricing, so I'll show you guys a little bit of kind of how I navigate these types of scenarios. So let's get started on today's project. All right, you guys, and here is a tip. And what you're seeing right now, you're probably gonna be like, what the heck is he doing? Like right now, it doesn't make sense, okay? It doesn't make sense. But for me, it's very crucial to carry a tent such as this one that you're seeing me build right now. And you're gonna see down the road why, right? So just stick around. I know this one does look a little bit like, what the heck? But trust me, it's gonna make sense towards the end. So stick around, let's keep going. All right, you guys, the overall condition of this vehicle, honestly, it's very well maintained. Very, very well maintained. Carpet, light buildup on it. Seats look amazing. They've removed the rear seat. Obviously, that's what we're going to be attacking. Carpet, everything looks in great shape. So it's a pretty straightforward detail. So all right, you guys, and this is the main seat that got wet with urine. So it's gonna be somewhere in this area here. One, it's leather. I was hoping it was cloth, but it's leather, which makes it a little bit more harder for extraction and all of that. So but we're definitely going to be attacking the urine, most likely from the back, and then just dry it up, and then we're going to do some other stuff to it. The ozone treatment is now done. We have all the windows opened up. We're going to start letting it air out for a little bit, and then we'll begin the detailed process. But in the meantime, obviously this back seat, it did rain this past weekend, so the seat kind of got soaked, and that's okay. We're going to be cleaning it anyways, but I'm going to go ahead and just put the dry pod on the rear seat and just let this thing just start drying this. And it's also, obviously, we are going to extract it. We're going to try to get the most out of it, but I also want to try to get this dry so that it doesn't, like, I don't know, it's just the way I've done it, and it has always worked. So before I extract it, I want to dry it as much as possible, and then we'll introduce like a good chemical on there, and then just kind of start extracting it again. So, but you'll see the process. But this is kind of how I do it. Is pretty much first thing on the list, ozone treatment, get that done, and then obviously if it's like a seat damage or a seat that's wet, well, we'll begin with the seat to start having it get dry. We are now ready for the second phase. The interior is already vacuum, drill brush, blown out. So the interior is ready to be cleaned, right? Steamed, extracted, all the good stuff, right? But before I attack the interior, I'll be very honest, that vehicle is the least of my concern, the interior, because it's very well maintained, right? Our main concern in this project truly is this rear seat, right? And for that, that's why I want to attack our main issue, which is the rear seat with all this foam. It is leather. I wish it would have been cloth because it's easier to kind of extract. When you have leather, it becomes much more difficult because you can't extract from the top. So we have to extract from the bottom of the seat, right? So for that, you are going to be needing a good extractor, with good suction, and you're gonna need this tool right here. I'm gonna be very honest, if you guys are not buying tools that are gonna be a necessity for your business, especially for interiors, I wouldn't take a job if I don't have a tool such like this, like a subsurface tool. This tool right here does so well for spot areas to be fully extracted because of the rivets, the holes, the indentions this thing has. It really sucks a lot of the liquid out. So we're gonna be using this tool here. We're also gonna be using Flex, and here we have Flex Ice, and we're gonna spray it down, and we're gonna be putting the suction tool in here to start getting all the extraction. So here we go. And when using this tool, guys, you really want to let the tool do the work, right? Just leave it on there. And I've already like wiped this thing, and there is still some soiling under, right? Obviously, I think the clients kind of did their due diligence to kind of clean it up as well. So maybe that's what we also got in here, a little bit of everything. But nevertheless, let the tool do the work, and then just put it in different areas, and you'll see it starts sucking more, right? If you put a lot of pressure to it, the tool's not gonna work. This tool's meant to just stay on the surface and let the suction do all the work. And as you see, it's really lifting off everything from the seat. So we're gonna do this a couple times until I don't see a lot of water and moisture coming up. Then we're gonna put the dry pods on them, start drying. Then we'll flip it around, dry the underside, and then we're gonna cook it. This seed is now extracted. Remove the majority of the moisture. We've gone ahead and use we use Flex Citrus as our pre-spray heavily in there, and then we just kind of doing our extraction on there. Now we're gonna let the sun start helping us, right? It's not a very hot day, but it will be. But I'm gonna use the sun to the best of my advantage to help expedite our drying process. I'm also gonna be putting the dry pot on this as well, and that's gonna just supercharge the drying process. And then we're gonna take it into the ozone treatment facility. For this one, get ready to take some notes on this. As a mobile detailer, guys, we have to improvise at all given time, right? We don't have a shop, we don't have an indoor space, so we have to improvise as mobile detailers, and that is where my cook lab comes into play, right? In this is an Ozark Trail canopy. We purchased this a while back when our oldest graduated and we need to take pictures. And this was his changing station, right? Obviously, it could also be used as a restroom break place, or in the hot summers, honestly, I would put an AC in here and kind of chill in here for a little bit. It has many uses, but for today, we're using it as our cook lab, and you're gonna see how I kind of do this, all right? So I'm gonna give you a quick visual of how this thing is, right? Obviously, in the top section, I have towels on there. That's just to make sure that we don't have anything exiting out of here, out of these vents. So I have them covered. Obviously, the only area is down here, but it takes about maybe less than 5 minutes to assemble, and that's pretty much how it looks, guys. And you're getting just a good visual of this thing here, but it's very mobile, right? That's one of the things I like, right? So what I'm gonna do next is, now that the seat is almost dry, I'm gonna bring everything in here and we're gonna cook it, and you're gonna see kind of how I do that. I had to move it a little bit just because my extension cord was not gonna reach. We're using our DJI 2000 as power source, and the generator strictly for the interior of the vehicle. So we're gonna go ahead and just plug this bad boy in here. And we're gonna grab our ozone machine. We're gonna put it kind of like this, right on the top. This baby is now on. All right, time to start cooking. And I have it set at about Oh yeah, it's working. It's working, baby. Don't breathe. Don't breathe. I have it at 120 minutes. So let's close this off, and it's cooking. It's now time to take out the seats out of my little oven. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove all the towels because we're pretty much done with this project. The seat is dry as well, so we're gonna go ahead and open it. Beautiful. Let's go, baby. All right, we're gonna go ahead and just pull it out. We're just gonna let it kind of air out a little bit. And I almost forgot about the most important thing, pricing, right? There's two options usually give a client where it's like, if you just want to take care of just the section or the area, well, usually that runs $300, right? And then the second option, it is a little bit more, right? But it is where we fully decontaminate, in my opinion, the vehicle, right? We fully sanitize the interior, which is usually it runs $750 for that, right? So on today's project, $750 was the total price. That is the whole interior, headliner, seat belts were cleaned, steam cleaning, extraction on the carpets, scrubbing the seats, deodorizing the interior, the urine removal with dedicated tools to make sure that we can fully remove any type of odor, any type of residue left. Obviously, it got wet because it was the seat was left outside, and that was per my recommendation. Just because I was like, man, just leave it outside. I'm gonna be there Monday. Let that sucker soak, right? And in a way, it kind of helps, right? Rather than just trying to smell the urine. But the initial route was the client said, you know what, let's just do the seat. And that's perfectly fine with me. If you just want to do the seat, that's okay, right? Usually I ask too, like, when did this occur, right? And the client was like, oh, like, I think like last week or something like that. So there was already time has gone by. We've been having hot days as well. So hot days will drastically change the odors inside your car, right? That I told the client, that's fine, but I highly recommend, if you want to fully clean it, I'd rather go with the full interior, not because it's more money, not because it's more money to me, it's because it's the best route possible to make sure you don't have any lingering odors down the road, right? And she had declined, and that's perfectly fine. By the end of the day, she had texted me. She said, hey, you know what? We're just going to go ahead and do the whole interior because I do smell it, right? Obviously, if you have knowledge in this field, you know what's going to happen, right? I would rather attack the whole interior rather than just doing the seat. And then in a couple of days, I could get a text back saying, hey, like I can still smell it. And it's not because I didn't clean the seat right. It's because there is a bigger issue that now the odor has lingered throughout the whole interior and you can get whiffs of it, right? So for this project, we ended up doing the whole interior for $750. And that's kind of a little bit on the pricing on how I do these types of projects.
That's amazing.
Looks good?
Yeah. I'm shocked. I really did not think it would come
This
out.
project is finally done. You're going to get a quick glimpse of the interior, plus the exterior got a nice thorough wash. Wheels, all that look very, very nice. But to kind of conclude this video today was really kind of showcasing a little bit of what you need as far as products, as far as tools when working with some maybe urine, maybe working with flooded vehicles. All of this kind of falls in the same scenario. Now, tools that I highly recommend before I finish this video is going to be an ozone treatment, right? If you ever have odors in a vehicle, I highly recommend that you start with a pre-treatment, like an ozone treatment. Throw it in there way before you even start attacking the interior. 30-minute, an hour of a pre-ozone treatment, right? Trust me, if you do this, it's going to help you tremendously in the very end of your job, right? Next, I highly recommend you get yourself some dry pods, right? They don't have to be these. These sometimes come in and then they're discontinued, so you'll get lucky. These are roughly like around $120 sometimes, $100 sometimes, depending where you get it from. I highly recommend you get you at least one, right? Or if you have the finances, get you four. And you can plug in and pair them as well. And lastly, the most important tool that I highly recommend you as a detailer is to carry a subsurface cleaner, right? A subsurface extraction tool, right? This tool here will help you tremendously working with flooded vehicles, hitting dedicated spots in an area to really concentrate that suction, right? This tool will come into play. And lastly, you guys saw me showcasing my little lab, right? This is my little lab that I use whenever I'm doing ozone treatments on like seats, right? If I'm doing like a full blown out interior gut out, I'll usually pull something like this out, throw 2 seats in there after I clean them, and then start the drying process as well as the ozone treatment process. And it kind of concentrates that ozone to stay inside here. Obviously, some might get out, but it's more of a concentrated process, right? It really concentrates on the inside as it fumigates, as the treatment goes on. Trust me, this is the best method possible, right? A very inexpensive, usually runs you like $50 for this at Walmart, but the uses are endless. You don't have to use this for your detailing, just you can use this for outdoor activities as well. If you go camping, you can put your toilet in here, and you know, hey, that's not a bad idea. I should buy a toilet now and carry this sucker, and then I'll have a portable place to use the restroom. But it is strictly dedicated for these types of scenarios for my business, attacking seats, right? Stuff like that. I'll throw everything in there and just fumigate that interior and just let the product work, right? So I hope this idea kind of helped you guys out as well. Inexpensive and very mobile friendly. You can pop it up and then obviously disassemble very, very quickly and you'll be on your way. So I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of today's video of just kind of showcasing how I do this out in the mobile field, and obviously showcasing you my little cooking lab. I call it the cooking lab because, you know, I don't know, I'm not cooking nothing, but it truly concentrates the cleaning power, the deodorization process more concentrated. So I'm very excited for this, and I'm very excited that I got to showcase it, right? But anyways, hey, I hope you guys have a great day, and as always, I'm gonna catch you guys on the next one.